Happy days, happy days. Wee bit of a technical issue there. I'm just going to say it was a technical issue. It was nothing to do with me. All technical. Sorry, son, we go. Hope you're all good, guys and dolls. Just wait for you all to get in. Saturday night. All's good here. Just chilling in my kitchen on a Saturday night, going live. Got some good news, so I'll bring that shortly as soon as I get you all in. But yeah, all's good. All is good, guys. Come on, you get. Come on. Tulips in the house. Hope you hear me okay as well with the mic. Oh, I wonder is Paul Thorpe doing a live maybe? I never really checked that, did I? Hello, the first person in the house. Saturday night, not expecting a lot tonight, guys. You know, so I know this is a wee bit boring for anybody that is going to watch it, catch up with it. I apologise. You know, I apologise. I've got some good news coming, so yeah. I don't want to say it too soon. You know what I mean, guys? But yeah, good wee day today. Good wee finish to the day. Still doing the stairs. Undercoat, two coats of undercoat, and gonna wait to see what it's like. Hi, Lucy. Yeah, first. Sorry. Sorry. Yes, you are. You're the first. But no, I'm just talking about the undercoat and still doing it like so. That's more or less it. That's more or less it. Hi, what's the sound like? Does it sound okay? If you could let me know, Lucy. Hello, Ronnie. Good to see you. What's the sound like, mate? Does the sound okay? Got good news. I've got good news, by the way, so I'll wait till the fees are in. Sounds really good. Happy days, happy days. New microphone. So yeah, it does make a difference. So it does. Got Tulip here. We'll have. I can bring this down a wee touch. Tulip's right there. She's had a really good day. I'm sure you've seen it in the video. Yeah, boy, he's getting old now, guys. I know what I mean. I do love taking him out, and you know, but I'm just trying to think now of trying to get as much out of him as I can. You know what I mean? Cheers, Lucy. He's great. She's great, honestly. Just chilling out. That's her chilling out time now. Like 7, 8 o'clock. That's them. They sort of settle. They've had all their bits and pieces. I only feed them once. You know what I mean? And then I try and give them a wee tidbit. If I feed them early, depending on what kind of walk I'm doing, I'll feed them early. It all goes in how much work. We call it working dogs because they're out all the time. So it all depends on how much work. She's always working. She's always hunting for mice and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And she knows the smells and everything. And that's them working. She's in her head. She's out hunting. She's caught one mouse. You know what I mean? And Katie screamed at her. She dropped it. You know what I mean? But she done well catching one mouse. You know what I mean? So quite chuffed for her. She's got the skills. So she does. But yeah. And Bailey was out for a wee walk. Shut this door. And so baby's round at Granny's with Katie. Obviously, like I said, it's the second coat of undercoat on the day, and it's in between doing so much. Honestly, like I can't make it up. You cannot make it up. But you know, one of the videos, I don't know what I did. You know what I mean? But I loaded it, done it, edited it, put all the work in. And then went to load it today on the YouTube, and I'm just glad I watched it. I was up the woods with my two this afternoon. Good, good. You should feel good from that. That should give you good energy, Lucy. You know what I mean? Just to clear the. You know what I mean? It's not anything that's going to jump out. You know what I mean? But you know, with a wee bit of work and a wee bit of positive mental attitude, you will get something from them walks. Mate, I'll catch you later. My daughter called in. Have a good show, Freedom Dad and everyone. No problem, John. No problem. No problem at all. You okay, boy? You okay, my boy? Yeah. So I can't have the baby around, guys, with the paint fumes. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah. Good. Good. Good, Lucy. You know, even if you can find a wee, you know where you get some of them big trees and they've got the roots coming out at the bottom, and you can sit on them. Even if you sit on one of them for 10 minutes, 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Good one, Ronnie. Good one, aye. Yeah, this is the first this has been done in years, years and years and years. So, like I was saying, like I was saying to Katie today, guys, when I was, because it's a lot of work in the stairs, a lot of sand, and I should have just stripped it. I should have stripped the paint right back, and I thought, I mean, it was pretty old paint and all that, but it's not flaking. Well, I didn't think it was that bad, so I gave it a rub down as best I could, and then hit it with undercoat because you always get a better look when you've got a white undercoat on. And good, Lucy, good, good. I'm murder for taking photographs of tulip and that, and yeah. So I should have stripped it, but so when I done the first undercoat, I realised there was bits of glue where they'd stuck the carpet down. You know what I mean? And it looked terrible. So I had to get the scraper out, scrape all the loose bits, get it right down to the wood more or less and sand it, and then undercoat it again. And then, and this is it now. This is the last undercoat and that was me after sanding and filling as well. So I've now filled it all, any wee dents and grooves and all the rest of it, filled it as best I can. And I'm going to gloss it tomorrow. And what I was saying to Katie today was like, when I'm doing it, I'm actually thinking of Lucky in 10, 15 years' time, you know what I mean? Sitting on the stairs on the phone, because you can look out, we've got a stair window, you know what I mean? And I just picture, how many people sit on the stairs? If there's somebody else or somebody in the living room, you need to talk privately, you nip out to the hall and sit on the stairs, don't you? And that's what I was imagining. So I was wanting it to look minted in 10 years' time. And that's why I'm taking so long with it. And yeah, fingers crossed. 2 coats of gloss on top of the undercoat and all the filler and everything. It's a good quality gloss. So yeah, and a wee light rub in between gloss, and that should give me a nice glass finish. You know what I mean? As long as I keep the dust down and everything and prep it properly, but it should look minted. It should be solid. You know what I mean? And apart from a wee couple of chips here and there, maybe over the years, it should do okay. Hello, Leslie. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. I'm just talking about the house. And you haven't missed anything. Just waiting for people to get on. Have a wee bit of good news I'm going to share with you. Yeah, everything is good as always. Love the chair. Thank you, John. Thanks, mate. Thanks. Katie got me. So I'm going to do it in here. I'm going to keep it in here from now on, just in, because we can sit at the table and eat our dinner and stuff. That's just got 2 wee wooden chair in this chair. And it's just to get by right now, you know what I mean? They feel like we're living a normal standard of life compared to everybody else in society, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But as far as the videos and all that, I'll probably just keep doing them in the kitchen, you know what I mean? So I can open the back door, have a smoke, I can relax, you know what I mean? It's, yeah, and I'm comfortable. Because I was thinking about it today, you are comfortable, I may as well get comfortable, you know what I mean? I don't want to be sitting here with the headphones on and, you know what I mean? And I want to be able to relax. I don't think I could do it any other way, you know what I mean? But we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. We'll wait till we get in the double figures, and I'll let you know my good news. Yeah, let me check your comments because they're not coming up again. Yeah, they're not coming up. That's all right. John Capone was the last one. Did you like my videos today, guys? This morning video. I like one of you were saying like it was a really good video, one of my best videos, and I'm like, all right, John. It was John. It was yourself. I'm talking about you. I'm sure you said it was one of my best videos, and I'm like, I didn't really see that. You know what I mean? Hello, Eddie. Oh, thanks. And guys, I just want to say, truly, and I'm not just fucking saying this, thanks for coming on. I know you'll probably get better things to do, and, I don't mind you jumping on for 5, and Saturday night, we've all got a life. Yeah, I was just saying about you, asking what you thought of the videos today, and the one about the Christians and on the hingy, so... It was a wee bit of an eye-opener, because last night, after the live, when you were talking about the woman getting arrested, I did think it was the woman that got arrested at the Southport stuff down in London, the 73-year-old woman, never been arrested before in her life, when they kettled everybody and picked everybody off one by one. I thought that's who you were talking about, you know what I mean? I never seen that. But, like I say in my video, guys, outside the abortion clinic and stuff like that, they're not getting arrested for praying, We've got to try not to go down the wrong roads and be pacific about things, because nobody's going to listen to us if we're not pacific and we just, tar and feather everything with the same brush, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it was an inclusion zone, or whatever kind of zone it's called, and you're not allowed to protest, silent protest, or do anything that could be intimidating towards anybody going into that place or anybody working in the place. There was other videos I was going to bring about it, and it was from their point of view, like one of the, and I got no love for these people. I'll be honest with you, that's my opinion, you know what I mean? But I'm going to give you that. I'm letting you know that, because I don't know, as a Christian, I think you already know that, you know what I mean? But as human beings, they're human beings, and they deserve to be protected just like the rest of us. And you can't, and whether you say like, well, they're only silently praying, they don't need protected from that, you know what I mean? That's okay, me and you saying that, but we don't know these people. So yeah, okay, it's extreme and all the rest of it, but they're not getting arrested for praying. We'll get that out of the way straight away. And but like I say, it is. I can see where it's going. Has I then looked into it? Because I wanted to ask a question. Why was she getting arrested for praying? Well, yeah, because I've heard a couple of people being arrested for praying in their heads. I've heard Vance talking about it. I hear people shouting about it. People are doing videos about it. And I thought, I need to look into this. I need to find out what's really going on. And yep, Eddie's in. Everybody say hello. And yeah, it's like, there's a lot more. It's more deeper and all that. And if we all get caught up on they're hanging for praying, at the end of the day, I don't know what the solution is. There has to be human rights. You know what I mean? I wouldn't like people protesting outside my house. You know what I mean? I'm sure you wouldn't like people protesting outside your house now. So I think it covers all stuff like that. It's what it's been brought in for. It's to cover. This is going to be the season of protests. So we're probably going to see more and more laws coming in like this that just don't make any sense. And they will then use them for other things. And I think the police themselves are getting carried away with themselves, because they're also watching these videos, guys. They're watching these videos of people getting arrested outside abortion clinics, and they also are thinking they're getting arrested for praying. And I do believe it is lack of awareness, a lack of education from certain police officers who think they can just go in and lift anybody for, if anybody says anything to them, oh, I don't like what he's saying, or he's saying he's offended me, I feel offended. And then the police go over, and basically it comes down to arresting people. J.D. Vance mentioned it. Yes, I know. And this is what I mean. J.D. Vance is looking from outside in, and I can see where he's come from. It does, at the first glimpse, it does look like she's being arrested for praying. But the problem with this, Lucy, right, this is one of the big problems I've got. When J.D. Vance shouts about something like that and doesn't get it completely right, you get me? Then it doesn't give him his voice as loud for speaking about other things. And also, he could have picked a couple of other scenarios that happened in Great Britain that I came across last night researching, that he could have brought attention to, that would have been bang on the nose and would have suited whatever agenda he was going for at that particular moment. You know what I mean? But the truth is, they are not getting arrested for praying. They're getting arrested for being in a zone where they're not meant to be, protesting, whether it's silent or whether it's shouting, it doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? It's the law. The law's there. We are law-abiding citizens, and we got to recognise that. If we stick to that, guys, he said there were letters sent to folks living in. Yeah, that's another thing that was a wee bit blown out of proportion, as far as I'm aware. Now, I only spent an hour on it last night, an hour and a half, guys. But it is very easy for a lot of people to pick up things when they don't live in this country and say things and make statements like that, and especially when people are paying so much attention to them right now. And it can do us a lot of damage. It really can, because we're trying to make sure we get the right information out, not misinformation, you know what I mean? And I think it's important that YouTubers, like myself and other YouTubers, should also take that stance to make sure we correct ourselves, we correct each other. It's important that when we go forward properly. The only way we're going to get the solutions and fix the country the way we want to fix it, the way you want to fix, is to get things right at the very start, basically, and down the foundations. It's UK and we are Christian. Yeah, yes, you're right, Lucy. In Scotland already. So, yeah. It's, but this is what I mean. They bring it out for one thing and then it starts growing arms and legs and other things. Anyway, the good news is that Katie got her motorbike back. So she's over the moon. I'm so chuffed for her. You know what I mean? I think it was in the same place where they were dumping it and using it, and somebody spotted it, and Katie and her mums went down and managed to get it. And got it picked up and brought back, so all good. And we'll get it back on the road, within no time. And I believe this is a spiritual battle. Islam. See, I don't want to go down that road, Lucy, and I understand where you come from. But one of the reasons why I don't want to go down the road of thinking it's a spiritual battle or them and us, it's unfortunate I talk about Muslims. It's unfortunate that I talk about Islam. I love everyone. You've got to understand that, guys. It's really difficult to talk about people when you have so much love in your heart. And, the thing is, guys, is like, sometimes in life, Freedomdad, I'm sure you're worried about the bike. Yeah, I'm worried about her on the bike, mate. You know what I mean? Sick. I need to have a word with them boys. I told them to make sure she never found it. I'm joking. Dearie me. Of course, not all Muslims are bad. Yes, no, I know that. But what I'm trying to say is, Eddie, is just because you know this. We all know this. Sometimes it just needs somebody to say it. And it's good for me to say it out loud, so you know exactly what to say as well. You know what I mean? You know exactly, because it's important, because, you do hear a lot of conspiracy theories. Yes, everything's fine, mate. She's safe on the bike, but I just worry. I've said to her about the motorbike. I don't want her riding the motorbike. She's a mummy now, mate. You know what I mean? She's got a wee daughter there that is relying on her coming home every day, and I just worry. There's a lot of headers around these wee places. We're not that far from cities, and these wee back roads. Some of these wee guys, I'm guilty of it myself, they put the boot down, they know where all the bends are, they know what ones they can take at 60 or 20, 30, 40, they know each bend, it's like a racing thing. That's what it's like to them, because they know the roads that well. And it's always, and this is one of the things as well that a lot of people don't realise as well, most people that die on the roads around here or around anywhere is locals, guys that think they know the road, but it just takes something on the road to change the condition. Anything like a dead animal, loose stones, a bit of salt, grit, anything, leaves, and, they could come around the corner, Katie's coming around on her bike, and they could take her right out, and I don't believe you should be anything on the road unless you've got a metal shell around you. I can't get my head around it. I've always been logical like that. I don't understand why you would put yourself in so much danger by not getting into something with metal and protection around you going on these roads. And that's how dangerous these roads are. I think, as she gets older and the baby gets bigger and that, we'll get her driving test, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, she's wanting a car, and she's probably just going to keep doing this on the bike until we all just get a car, you know what I mean? Okay, it's difficult, you know what I mean? We do our best with what we got, and we've got a family car, and I need to get my license, my address changed on my license and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Which I'm not really happy about, but these things need to be done. I'm going to get back. If anyone who worships God, worship them evil. I reckon Europe will be on this least 115 years. Right, Bill. All right, John, welcome aboard. We're just talking, Lucy was talking about Islam and Christianity and how, like, you know, and she wasn't saying about the division, but it feels like it's like a fight coming, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, and I'm trying to say the only people that are caught, it's not the Muslims that are really causing this, it's the government. It's the government that's doing it. You know what I mean? It is a tricky one. I think we are going to end up with our backs against the wall one day. You know, where that lead, God only knows. You know what I mean? But I do believe it is difficult when certain Muslims follow Islam through a certain way, which doesn't leave any room for anybody else, to be honest with you. And that's uncomfortable. It's a wee bit scary, you know, to know that there's men and women, like a lot of men and women running about our country that think that, you know, we're infidels and, you know, they've got more respect for animals than they do for us. And, you know, I've heard them say it. I've heard it. I listened to them. And yes, they're radicals. They're radical in mans that are just preaching hate. Yeah, I understand that. But the problem is there's hundreds of men sitting on their knees listening to every word he says. You know, there's nobody standing up and walking out. You know, if I was in a church and my minister started talking about any hatred at all, no matter what, it doesn't matter, I don't care, I would be getting up and walking out. You know, it's as simple as that. And we don't see that happening, and that's what worries me, you know. Yes, I think it's like a wee bit like Northern Ireland with the pubs, you know what I mean? With the mosques, you know, every mosque is different, you know what I mean? And it's got different imams, you know what I mean? And we'll have different types of religion as well. You know, there's so many. There's Sunni, there's Shia, there's the Kurds, the Wahhabi. You know, I think the Wahhabi are the worst. They're the most extreme, as far as I'm aware. I stand to be corrected in that. Like, but you know, it's not as simple or straightforward. Yeah, I agree, and as you all agree with me as well, there are some amazing Muslims out there. You know, but like I say, the problem is there's radicals, there's extremists that are saying some really dangerous things. They're saying some things that scare me, being a dad. You know, they're talking about the future of Britain, like they know exactly what direction they're going in. And, you know, okay, maybe once or twice, or maybe 3 or 4 times, you sort of, you know, you can laugh it off as just some radical, you know, dream on there, mate, you know, but it's starting to get a wee bit more constant, and it's starting to come from people, it's starting to come from imams that aren't radical, you know, good Muslims that are warning us, they're actually warning us now. And like, you know, at the same time, when we try and say anything or do anything, we get shut down and we told to shut up, and we're called racist and we're called far right, you know. But, you know, I don't say anything that I haven't heard a Muslim man say. I listen to the Muslims. If a Muslim Inam, or whatever the proper name, I apologize for getting that wrong. The preacher, you know, the ones that they all listen to, you know, that's who I listen to. I listen to people who Muslims listen to, you know, and like I say, I get some really, really frightening ones that like scare me thinking going forward in Britain. And when I look at everything like we talk about with the births and deaths and the population rising, growths and all the rest of it, and then you know that you've got these group of people that are really, really, really wanting to take over. And when they do take over, they're gonna look. I don't know where we're gonna fit in society in that situation. You know what I mean? I tend to look at Iraq and Syria. So I do. For the sake of having a daughter and grandchildren like yourselves, then if I logically want to think, what would it be like if there was if Muslims were running the country and all the rest of it, in say 30, 40 years time, like Nigel Farage has even said himself, you know what I mean? Many men have said it, and you know, you do think like, so what would that be like? And you look around and all right, you've got Qatar and you've got all these other countries, you know what I mean, Iran, you know what I mean, and you've got Saudi Arabia, but you also had Iraq and Syria. You also had ISIS, you know what I mean, the Islamic State, you know, and I don't think people realised how big that was. You know, that nearly, it took 3 or 4 countries to bring them down. You've got to understand that, guys. It took 3 or 4 top Western countries to bring them down, including Russia, along with the Americans and the British and the French and the Germans. And the SAS, and I'm no kidding you on. Unless you've really looked into it and researched it, you do not know the half of what was going on. And on top of that, we had the Kurds helping us. And I know where that went. I know how hard that was, and I know how it started. I know everything about it. So I look at that logically. I'm going to look at that, and because you're looking at everything, you've got to research everything, you know. And it scares me. It does, guys. It does scare me. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing communities that are inclusive. I'm not seeing Muslim countries with loads of churches in them. I'm seeing the opposite. I'm seeing Christians being persecuted. I'm seeing churches being burnt down. I'm seeing some horrific stuff happening to Christians in some predominantly, you know, so I'm just going to say in just some countries around the world, you know, and it's just research, and it's unfortunate. I am discovering these things. So, you know, this is where I get my worry from. This is, you know, being a father, why it concerns me, why I'm so committed, you know what I mean, to finding answers, getting answers, and trying to find out, do I need to go? Do I need to get my wee Lucky out of here? You know, do I need to build her future somewhere else? You know what I mean? Because I don't want to build her future here and then have to move her in 25 years' time, or have her mum having to move her. You understand? I need to build her future today. You know, at least in the next 5 years, I need to start thinking about Lucky's future. Start thinking about making sure I've got money in the bank and something set up for her. You know what I mean? And because I want that, I'll get that. You get me? Because I want that, me in here. You know what I mean? And this is what I always say to these guys, you don't know how powerful these are. You know I want, you know, I'm not wanting a fast car. I'm not wanting loads of money. I'm not wanting a big mansion or anything like that. That's nothing, none of that ever comes into my head. You know, so I'll never have that. I'm not, I know that. I'm aware of that. You know what I mean? I want to have something, a nest egg for Lucky. I want everything for Lucky. I want to set everything up for Lucky, whether that's something through social media, online, and whatever. I want to set up something so her mum, when I'm not here, can carry it on and build something for Lucky for whenever she's ready to take over and go whatever direction she wants to go in. But hopefully, I do hope it's politics, you know what I mean? Of course, you know, it's a no-brainer, you know, but and some of you would maybe think I should be thinking about telling her to be a banker, a lawyer, you know. That's where the money is, isn't it? Hey, Bluebell, good to see you. James, good to see you. Let's be honest, mate. The moderates are never going to change a thing. I could count on my hands how many are speaking outsidely. Just my opinion. Yeah, no, you're bang on. You are bang on. For the amount that's there, there's a minute. You've really got to. You struggle to find them 110%. But like I say, guys, it's like Northern Ireland. Think about it. You live in the Falls. You live in Andytown, Ardoyne, the Divis, Markets. You know what I mean? Short Strand. And any of them areas, you live in any of them areas, you're going to stand up against extremism. You're going to go online and start talking about the IRA, the NLA, the IPLO, and all the rest of it. Oh, nobody is. Of course, you're not in it. And this is why we're not hearing their voices, because they're scared. You segregate communities. That's the recipe. That is what you get. That's the cake you get from that recipe. There's no two ways about it, guys. This is what I keep on saying, and you're right, James. It is a problem, but at least you now know why it is. At least you're not there completely going, oh, they just all hate us. You know, I don't know what the percentage is, guys. You know what I mean? When you watch some things and the ways, I really do worry. You know, I really do worry. But it's not my place to come out here with things like that and start assuming, because I don't know. You know, I'd need to go in the areas and try and live and integrate, and, you know, then come back with them sort of answers. You know what I mean? I don't think any man that's born and bred in Britain with grandparents and grannies and all that from Britain will be able to speak on behalf of that community. Only that community can speak for themselves. But I can speak on experience of similar communities in Northern Ireland where, you know, you had religious division, Catholics, Protestants, Muslims. You get me? And exact same, we had extremism. And the thing about it, I honestly do believe that in proportion to the extremism in our areas, Catholics and Protestants, compared to the proportion of extremism in the Muslim areas, I do believe it will be an awful lot bigger. But this is what I'm saying. There's no way we can 20%, 30, 40, 50%, is it 80% that are extremists? You know, there's nobody, you can't, unless you lie detector every single human being, there's no way you'd ever even get an idea, you know. It's tricky, guys. It's a tricky one. But like I say, this is where I'm at with the way I'm thinking. I'm trying to get used to on that same wavelength. So you know how to talk about stuff when you're talking about people and help other people talk about it. You know what I mean? Because the only way we're going to get, the only way, when you see the government silence everybody so hard, right? This isn't another thing. You've really got to pay attention. Like, whatever the government do, you do the opposite, don't you? You know, if they target one particular area, they're targeting it so because they're afraid of it. It's a threat, so they target it, right? So what would anybody do whenever the enemy is showing you and I say that loosely, the enemy, you know what I mean? It's unfortunate, but that's the way we're talking about our government right now, and like it's common through communities, and it's like. What do? You dig in, you throw even more resources at that bit because you know how much it means to them. So when they silence us, it's important that we get louder and louder and louder. But we do it right. There's no point getting louder if we're not getting it right. There's no point doing it louder if we are coming out with misinformation. And it's no point getting louder if we don't know what we're talking about. So it's important that we take slow, small steps, work out what we know. Like what I'm bringing to you is about Northern Ireland, segregation, extremism, religious divide, where it goes, you know what I mean? Where that goes, and how hard it is to police, and how hard it is for good people to come out and defend their community. All these things help us understand what we will need to do going forward. And that's important. This is the most important thing. To get it right for Lucky, we've got to get it right now. And I mean, I'm talking maybe years' time. This could be 8 years. I don't know, guys. It could be a year, it could be 8 years, I don't know. But no matter how long it is, we need to keep plodding away and keep trying to find solutions peacefully, you know what I mean, without doing anything that's going to get us completely shut down. Sorry. Okay. Do you know what the difference is, Freedom Dad? Throw me that back up again. No, I haven't, John. You're right. I haven't seen anybody. No, you're bang on. They're being radicalized. Yeah, so 100%. Yeah, it just depends what mosque it is as well. You know what I mean? I don't know if you remember Ian Paisley, the church he had. You know, I went down a few times. He was radical. Imperfect. A certain other religious idol. Yeah. I agree. Yes, Eddie King, Capone. Imans. Thank you so much. Good evening, Linda. Welcome aboard. I've got that one. The one I've just answered is James's one there. You're all saying hello to each other. We are working on taking over. Hi, Bluebell. Yep. Hello, James, Leslie, Bluebell, Linda, John. Hard to know a moderate from a fanatic. Yeah. That's sort of that, John. It's hard to know a moderate from a fanatic. What with their Taria, whatever it's called. Yeah, that's one that just came out of nowhere, didn't it? That came out of nowhere. I've been around this kind of thing for a long time, and that's the first time I've heard of that. You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons we know that is because some of the moderate Muslims are letting us know these things that they've been keeping quiet for an awful long time. You know, because this is the kind of thing that the radicals wouldn't want us knowing. You know. So that means whenever they come over and they say they're Christians when they're not, they're okay. Because if they're coming over here to take over, then they're allowed. Because it's to do with battles, to do with wars, to do with, that's where it comes from. When they come over here and say that they're gay, it's okay. Because I was always like, how can they do that if they're real Muslims? How can they say they're Christians? It really did confuse me. Yeah, the banks will go crypto, like, 'cause that will do us all. That'll do us all, guys. Anybody that doesn't have crypto, wow. Yes, John. Yes. Well, me. That's what I think. You know, and if not, tell your grandchildren to look out for her. No, but is the problem as bad in Northern Ireland as it is in there? I think in Northern Ireland they're putting them in certain places that they're not putting them in the loyalist and Republican areas. You know what I mean? So they are. It's not as bad as Dublin for your. To answer your question, no, it's Northern Ireland isn't as bad. Dublin is really bad because Dublin is part of the EU. Remember, and I can't get. I've been watching Sinn Féin the last couple of days, going on about we're not going to the White House. They weren't even invited. They weren't even invited. They weren't even invited to the White House, and they're all jumping on there, going. Mary Lou, she's shouting it, and the other one, Michelle, I don't know her name. Can't remember her name. Is it Michelle in Belfast? She's shouting it as well, and I've been leaving my comments underneath and that. You know what I mean? But it's sad that Sinn Féin. It's a very interesting situation, Northern Ireland at the minute. Hello, Willow, welcome aboard. Yeah, James, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And this is what I mean, guys. You need to know your stuff. You need to know a wee bit. You need to know whenever when they go so far, you need to be able to say, well, that's not right, or that doesn't really count here, or that isn't really what we're talking about. Things like that, because they're quite good at trying to take you away from where you're going and take you on to something else. And you got to understand, when you're righteous and holy and you're true and pure, just go with what you know. Stay true to yourself and don't waver, and just say it as it is, and it's how you feel. I mean, always remember that as well. You can't help how you feel. I mean, and when you look at things logically, you can actually explain to people why you feel like this. There's very easy reasons right now for everything. You know what I mean? You've just got to look at it. Everything. Don't let anybody throw mad stuff at you and all that. You're not interested in that. You don't need to know the Quran verse for verse. Don't get drawn into anything like that. You don't need to know the Bible verse for verse. People will try and draw you in and try and make you look stupid. Because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make you feel inadequate at them. Just don't get drawn in. You don't need to know these things. If that's what they want to study and get into and read word for word, that's up to them. All you're doing is thinking about your future, the future of your kids, the future of your mates' kids, the future of Lucky, and what's going on with what you see. And just keep it all plain and simple, guys. You know what I mean? There's nobody that's going through what we're going through can't speak up about it without being questioned and not worrying about answering any questions. At the end of the day, it's just keep it real. That's all you got to do, guys. But yeah, James, I get you. I know where you're coming from, man. I've had it. Right, got that crypto, got that evening peeps. Willow, yep, Willow. What an army it would be if Protestant and Catholics stood together in time of need. Yeah, I've done videos like that. It's very hard, so it is, Leslie. It's difficult for a man from Belfast to do these kind of things, you know what I mean? And I do, and I am putting myself out there, it is very dangerous. I don't get notifications. I think you're only allowed 3 from a channel in 24 hours. Late as usual. Have you seen the attack in France? Everyone? No, what's happened, Bluebell? Thank you. I'm just doing thanks. I mean, because it's been a nightmare. But yeah, I'm getting there, mate. Getting there. I'm not going to go. Hello, Dan. There's Dan. Everybody say hello to Dan. What's up, my brother? What time's tomorrow? At the minute, 7. You know what I mean? But maybe 6:30 if Paul's going to do a live. I'll have a wee look tomorrow, buddy. But I will message you, so I will, as soon as I find out. What do you think? I got the mic. How did I sound? You know what I mean? So we're going to sound minted tomorrow night, mate. So we are. And guys will be here to ask you any questions. Terror attack 187 in France. What kind of attack was it? Oh, hello. There's Paz. Say everybody say hello to Paz. You off work, mate? We Saturday off. Good to see, mate. Awesome. Just message me 20 minutes prior to going live and I'll be on. No problem. I will, mate. I'll message you through XO. Well, yeah, I got a microphone. Pause. I'm going all pro. You know, I think it was $8.99 or $9.99 at Amazon. You can't beat it, like, you know. Hi, yeah, hello, said it. That's why I have great respect for you, mate, because I know that we get from our so yeah, I know. And this is the thing, you know what I mean? It's like the Protestants and Catholic thing, you know, I will be honest with you, it is getting better and better and better. You know, it started off like, it really, when I first noticed the Protestants and Catholics starting to come together was the drugs, you know. When the cannabis came into the scene, there was people getting shot, you know. There was people getting shot for doing deals with Catholics, you know what I mean? I have one of my mates, you know what I mean? I was like, oh God, I don't want to talk about it, like, but one of my mates was doing deals. It's just nuts, you know what I mean? But everybody ended up getting shot, you know what I mean? And it's not good. It wasn't good. But it was interesting. I didn't notice it then. I just, you know, but it was interesting that was sort of the first time, really. Obviously, you got to understand, loyalists and Republicans did speak years ago, you know what I mean? But then, sort of after the Crumlin Road attack, when they killed the three, you know, everything sort of went pear-shaped there, you know what I mean? But there was some sort of communications, you know what I mean, amongst the very top ranks. And then that totally died away. And then, you know, Protestants and Catholics started mixing again in the criminal world, you know? And then the first time that really there was a representation of Protestants and Catholics, which is the Ulster flag and the tricolour. The first time I've ever seen the two of them together in one place in unison, like singing from the same song sheet, was at Tommy Robinson rally, you know? And that was another thing that I noticed. I was like jumping about, going, saying to Katie, because I was watching it live, and I was like, look. And I was like, you know, man, I was like, thinking the next day everybody was going to pick up on it, because Stormer went to Northern Ireland, didn't he? And I thought he was going to mention it, you know what I mean? It's like, 'cause I was blown away by it. And he just went over there and called everybody racist. He did, swear to God. He brought in a load of ethnics into the police station, because he can't go out over there, like, and called everybody else a racist, and then flew back out. You know, and yeah, so it is interesting that I am seeing on the internet now, in many places, in many corners, mostly Patriot sites, Red Handy Ulsters next to names are Union Jacks that I know, Ulster men, Union Jacks, and the tricolour, and guys are interacting. Guys are actually interacting with each other, and it is almost like it's intriguing. It's almost, you got to understand, it's like two tribes. You imagine it is tribal, guys. I can't explain it any other way. It's a perfect way to get it. If you don't know too much about Northern Ireland, it's a perfect way to describe it. So it's like two tribes basically, and you know, can you imagine two tribes living in different ends of the forest, and then them meeting for the first time, and you know, that like curiosity, you know, how different are you? There's a wee bit of that going on right now, and it's really nice to see, and there is relationships being thingied, and I think the good thing as well is the guys are moving forward, you know, sort of knowing, accepting what's happened and accepting what they believe in, and still wanting a united Ireland, so to speak. You know, I think not so many of them are wanting a united Ireland at the moment, and you know, and basically the Unionists and the Protestants in Northern Ireland are looking across over the mainland, and they're seeing how close Scotland came to breaking up the Union. And that's you got to understand from a Protestant's point of view, a Unionist in Northern Ireland in Belfast who has fought bloody war, a bloody urban war, so much blood has been lost, guys, to watch Scotland almost give away their unionship. That broke our heart. And then we watch what England's doing and giving away like the cities. You know, we see the videos where the cities are unrecognizable. You know, the rubbish on the streets is bad, you know, and it's just like, it's not a British city anymore, you know what I mean? It's totally changed, you know, and that's hard to watch as well. And I'm talking from a Unionist, a Protestant point of view. So with saying that, there is changes, optical changes that both are seeing. And it's sort of, when you sort of take away the thing that drives you, and it sort of dulls, that light dulls a wee bit, where you're not attracted to it as much. You sort of look within, you sort of look at other things, you start questioning things, you know what I mean? And that's where Northern Ireland's at the minute, and with the right people. And I think that at the minute it's better less said than too much said. At the minute, I really do think we should let the people work away right now, maybe a year or two, and let the people, obviously doing a bit of work in the communities and integrating and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Definitely doing outreach work, 100%. Shitloads of work needs done on the ground in the areas, the frontline areas where the borders are, the walls and the divides and all that. A lot of work needs done there. A lot of work needs done with paramilitaries, reaching out to paramilitaries. And we need workshops. We need YouTube channels. We need to get these guys on board. We need to get them on camera. We need to get them talking about what they've been through. We need to understand the psychology of what's going on over there. Once we do that, once we directly deal with it on the streets like that, instead of using these politicians, that's when we'll get peace in Northern Ireland. Sorry, guys. Sorry. It's one of my favourite topics. Thanks, James. Thank you. Thanks. You all stop commenting on this, sir. It's great to see, and it can only get better if people just put the past behind. Yeah, James. You're the other side to me, and there you go. Look at me and you. And this is happening all over the place. And it is really good to see, and it's very sad. That. If I feel like obviously I think you all know now that Labour aren't really caring about Northern Ireland. I don't think many people really care about Northern Ireland anymore, where it used to be top of the agenda, you know what I mean? Whenever Thatcher and all that, 80s and the 90s. But, obviously, I'm not going to go into it. No, I'm not even going to go down that one, but there's reasons why the British are pulling away, you know what I mean? And I do believe Europe have got their eye on Northern Ireland. You know what I mean? I really do believe that. And it's something that I don't think many unionists are really paying much attention to. More because they're scared to even look at that way, because I don't think they could take that on, to be honest with you. Would it be instead of the IRA bombing, would it be then the Loyalist bombing? What would it be like? What would an Ulster being taken off the Union of United Kingdom be like for the men and women on them 6 counties, so there's so much can still go wrong, you know what I mean? And it scares me because I know the people that can make things go wrong. I know what they're doing. They're making a lot of things go wrong, and I know they've got their eyes on Ireland, and this worries me, you know what I mean? And it seems to be the more division, that would be perfect for them. A loyalist uprising, attacking Irish, you know what I mean? Bombing Ireland and Dublin. They would love that, and then they would just, while that was going on, what else would be going on? It would just be well, I can't even say open season, because it is already open season in Great Britain, you know what I mean, under Labour. But anybody wanting to ask any questions, and what the terrorist attack in France, because like I say, guys, we've got the bike back. So been a wee bit of work going on about things getting done about the bike. I've been looking after baby. Katie's been dealing with that, you know what I mean? Like I say, Katie's like 110% capable, you know what I mean? I'm left in the house with a baby, and she's like hunting these boys down, you know what I mean? She was reaching distance at one end of the day. There you go, reaching distance. Just missed him. Got the bike back, just missed him. And then I don't want to say too much about it, but they're very, very lucky, you know what I mean? Because there was a car boys there like that trying to get a hold of these 2 boys, you know what I mean? Because it was get them to pay for the damage, you know what I mean, done to the bike. But I will be having a word. I'm going to have a word with him. I've got to have a word with him. I'm involved, you know what I mean? And obviously my way is a different way than everybody else's. My way is talking to the boy, you know what I mean? And seeing if he wants to get a work in a garage, you know what I mean? Keep him busy if he's up for that, you know what I mean? That's what I'm going to try and do, you know what I mean? But yeah, the bike's back. It's a wee bit damaged. That'll be fixed in no time, you know what I mean? One of my mates will throw it all back together, get the wires back together again. And yeah, a couple of new panels, no big deal. Engine's good, full tank of petrol. Full tank of petrol. You couldn't make it up So yeah, everything's brilliant, you know what I mean? Katie's happy, she's all content now, you know what I mean? Like I say, guys, I was you know, I hate her on the fucking thing. I hate motorbikes, you know what I mean? And she's so independent, you know what I mean? And it has caused not problems, but like, you know, it's not fair, you know. You don't know how I feel. It's my Kiri, you know what I mean? It's Lucky's mum, you know what I mean? Come on, you know. Yeah, so, yeah, I wasn't, you know, I knew he had the bike and stuff like that, and I was waiting for him to pop up, you know, and because he'd been put on the ground. Somebody else had tried to grab him or something, you know what I mean? And he was hiding. So I was just waiting for him to pop up, you know what I mean? And I could actually I just couldn't be asked. I could have probably went and got him, because I had one guy was doing a video, and the guy was like, yeah, but I know exactly what, and I was like, on a video, I was like, and I couldn't be asked editing it, you know what I mean? So I was like, right, I'll get back to you, and I couldn't be asked. But I knew he was easy, you know, to find. They're just kids, guys, you know what I mean? Early 20s. I was a scary place for everyone, sadly. I don't rate religion at all. Too many different faiths, all very confusing. Yeah, well, yeah, John, yeah, you're different. You know, you are different. You know what I mean? You are, as far as I'm concerned, more mature than me and everybody I know around, you know. I don't want to say too much. I don't know how much you want people to know about you, you know. That's not fair, because I could be sitting here starving and can't cook nothing because I'm unalive, and now all I'm thinking about is bacon, potatoes, Brussels drizzled in butter. Really, man? Fucking hell, man. You know what I mean? Even Tulip's like, head down. You know what I mean? We've got no chance of that, Dad. No, I did have a really nice dinner, guys. You know what I mean? I had chicken, a bit of stuffing, and pigs and blankets. Katie got me a wee reduced, a wee whoopsie. You know what I mean? So it went down even nicer. Like, I've still got a bit of chicken left. First Honda 90. Oh no. Okay, no, she loves it. Rhonda. Yeah. Rhonda the Honda. She's named it. And she really did miss it. She really wanted it back. You know what I mean? I couldn't go. I was like, it's gone. You know, it's gone, love. No, she's on Facebook. She's non-stop. She's like, again, Inspector Clouseau, you know what I mean? Sherlock Holmes, you know what I mean? Within 24 hours, you know. The women, honestly, man, you never underestimate working class women. 110%. I'm one guilty of it. I am guilty of it, and I'm always. I don't like saying that, a wee bit shocked, and it's just the way it is. But never underestimate the old working class girls. You know what I mean? And yeah, I know James. I know, mate. But that's why I love her, you know. That's why I love her, guys. But yeah, it's all good, you know what I mean? Everything's going in the right direction, you know what I mean? I hope you liked my videos today. Like I say, I was talking about that earlier on, you know what I mean? The first video done this morning, it was just ramblings, you know what I mean? I wasn't planning it. I really didn't. I come downstairs, have my coffee, and I put the camera on just to say good morning. I have no clue where it's going, you know, no clue. And I swear on my mother's grave, I don't get up in the morning and go, I'm going to talk about mental health, or I'm going to talk about this, that, and the other. I just put the camera on and say good morning, and whatever comes out, guys. All right, Robert, best thing that ever happened to me was a good Scottish woman keep me. Yeah, definitely, Scottish women. And sorry, guys, anybody out there, like, you know, but I've been around, so I have, and I don't mean that in a dirty way, a sexual way. I mean, I've been around the world, and I've dated a lot of women, been with a lot of women, you know, different women, all different colours, walks of life and religions and all the rest of it. And I have to say, the Scottish women are a cut above the rest. And I apologise to anybody, that's just my opinion. And this is, we see, you can't argue. He's all right when I have some other opinions. You don't argue then. So, hey, come on, everybody. All these English women and all, anybody catching up in this that's not here alive, you know, it's just my opinion, you know what I mean? And, it's, you know, I don't know. I do think there's an attraction between Scottish and Ulster and Northern Ireland and Irish. I really do. I hear, like, Scottish people love the Irish accent, Irish people love the Scottish accent, and that's just the way it is. Mrs. was sleeping. I can't read that. Katie. Katie's really tired. Katie's shattered. Yeah. But yeah, it's different with a microphone in it, guys. I'm really chuffed. I'm really chuffed because, like, you know, it's just chuffed that I get a wee cheap microphone. You know what I mean? And behind every good man, there's an even better woman. Yes, 110%. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Like, and I don't like going on about it because it just sounds so cliche. You know what I mean? It really does. But, you know, Katie is, again, I mean, I was coming out of a hole, right? But I was at that age where I couldn't get my leg up. You get me? That's where I was. Top half was out, bottom half was still in a shithole of trouble. And Katie's came along and gave me that wee last lift up. And that's basically all I'm going to say because I don't want to go in depth too much, you know what I mean? And it's, you know, that's just what it, you know, at the end of the day, geez, I can't say enough. I really, there's no word. You can see I never get stuck for anything to say. I struggle to say anything that's appropriate to explain what Katie's done for me. You know, fucking up my throat. And that's even with, and the baby's a bonus. This is before the baby, you know what I mean? And, you know, that's one of the reasons why I had a baby. You got to understand that as well, you know what I mean? Katie wasn't the first person to ask me to have a baby. Please believe me. You know, and yeah, so... Yeah, Sammy would have been, you know, the other person, and she had her tubes tied, so that wasn't feasible. You know, I didn't know you could reverse it neither. You know what I mean? So, you know, but Katie, you know, at the end of the day, there's not many people that I would actually ever. I never thought for a woman. I thought I would have went through life, you know, never having children, just because I never found the right woman to have a child too. You know. Are we getting to hear one of these songs of yours, Freedomdad? Yeah, definitely. I will. I'm looking from my other phone. I need to go on my Facebook to contact one of my mates, one of the boys of the band, and he'll have a copy. Oh, you want to see the neck of her? Honestly, like, I need to show you her. I need to show you this. No, she's moved. She's like, what are you up to? What are you doing? What are you doing? I was sleeping there. She was actually, her head was right between my legs. She was like, her head was right down between my legs. Oh, she's no happy. She's no happy. My good lady is only me. You don't die, you scarlet pimple. Oh, don't, John. Don't. Our dear Tulip. Yeah, she's tired. She had a big run today, so she did. She really did, like. So Saturday night, I just want to say thanks, guys, for popping in to spend a couple of hours with Freedom Dad. Really, really appreciate it. So let me get this door open. It's really mild. Really, really mild. A wee bit cold. Nice wee breeze coming in there. But it's been a really mild day. As you see, I didn't have my hat on today. And yeah, it was. It's nice to feel a wee bit of mildness coming back. I'm looking forward to it. Nice to have a personal roller, John. Yeah, it's nice to sort of feel. You know, I mean, I'm sure I heard geese coming back the other day, you know what I mean? Or maybe they were leaving. I don't know. I was like, hope they're coming back and not leaving. You know what I mean? That's not a good sign. But no, hopefully spring's on its way, guys, and it lifts everybody up. You know what I mean? It does help everybody's mental health. And you see the daffodils coming, and it's the later nights, the later mornings, you know what I mean? And it does, you know, you get more done as well. You feel like you get more done. And yeah, and then you get sick of it and you're looking forward to the autumn and the winter again for the cozy night. So it's, you know, we're, like I keep on saying about life and about, you know, how we all feel that the wee brother always tricks us into feeling certain ways. You know, the truth of the matter is we live in an amazing planet. You know, we get 4 seasons. It's not like it's monotonous. It's almost like if you were to make something where you wanted to go and have fun with your spirit, your inner self, this would be it. You know what I mean? And, you know, give yourself complete reign and control. You know what I mean? And a couple of wee secrets that I tell you is that you can get whatever you want. You just gotta wish for it. You just gotta manifest it. You just gotta be determined. This is where I'm going. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to get out of it, and go for it. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, a lot of people go through life not knowing that. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's sad. You know what I mean? That that we're not taught these kind of things in school. We're told just to get a job. Work. Get up 7 o'clock in the morning. Kiss your loved ones goodbye, leave your wife to get up, get the queens out and all that, get that sorted. And, she needs to get a job now as well to make ends meet. And then come back 5, 6. By the time you travel through all the traffic, you maybe get home at 6:30, maybe even 7. God only knows, you know what I mean? For some people, you spend a couple of times with your family, you get tired, you can't snooze at 10, you're sleeping, you're back up again for 7. You know what I mean? And that's what our children are being taught in school. You know what I mean? And that's not right. That's not right, guys. So let's catch up. Songs, yeah. Oh, the songs, yeah. Well, definitely. It's only 4 songs on a CD. But yeah, I'm getting embarrassed about it. Like, I'm trying to act all cool. Yeah. I'll fucking like, no, I don't really want you hearing it, to be honest with you. No, I'm all right. I am. So I'm all right about it, you know what I mean? But, I know you'll take the piss. I can hear the song in my head, you know what I mean? Oh, dear. But I promise you I will do my best, you know what I mean, to find this phone. And, because I've got so much I need to do on this fucking phone. It's an email account and everything on it I need to get it onto. It's an absolute nightmare. I think Katie had it for 10 minutes and lost it. But, yeah, Robert, aye. But yeah, all fun and games Saturday night. But I hope he's all good. Like I say, I'm good. Katie's good. Everything's sort of complete, because I could tell it was annoying her, the bike thing, you know what I mean? I think she was expecting more from me. And I think it was really annoying her. But I wasn't actually giving my all to get the bike. But yeah. She's got the bike. Fucking thing will be on the road tomorrow, probably. You know what I mean? She needs to get new number plates. So, I'm not going to tell her. I'm just going to let her sort that out. Hopefully, I'll give it taking her a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? But no, we'll get. Who's the copyright for the songs? It's always we done it together. You know what I mean? So it's me and it's because all our names are on it. You know. I think one or two of them is my mate wrote them, you know what I mean? And there's 2 of them I'm involved in and stuff like that. And yeah, it's quite good. You know what I mean? I enjoyed it. It was a jail thing. We done it in the jail for charity, for kids, you know what I mean? And yeah, it wasn't like the CD wasn't for kids, but the money went to kids sort of thing, disabled kids it was. And the song was just about, getting into trouble, going to jail, there's fucking jail songs, and being in love with somebody outside and stuff like that. I'm quite sure. I'll look for the CD cover, right? We will be going through a room. I've got a room up there. It needs to go through right now because everything from everywhere, everything's in one room and up in the loft. So once we start going through, because that's going to be Lucky's room. So once she's a bit bigger, you know what I mean? So I'm going to start digging through that. I'll find the cover. A CD, because the CD wasn't a printed CD, it was like a copied CD in a CD with a cover. I've lost the CD because I've got hundreds of CDs like that. I'd need to put in every CD or because I don't even know what CDs and what DVDs, you know what I mean? Yeah, so no, definitely got no problems. Like I'm lying. I'm sorry. Deary me. But I promise you I will. I'm not lying. I won't bring it to you. I'm lying. It's no problems. Right. So yeah, got the bike and lost the phone. No, I know. Yeah, I think the phone's been lost until the bike's been found. I think, you know what I mean. One of them ones. It'll probably find the phone tonight. I probably didn't ever even clicked on you that one. You know what I mean. Your word's enough. Yes, thank you so much. But yeah, no. Fucking, paying attention to America. It'd be good to get Dan on tomorrow night and get a wee chat with Dan, find out what's going on. It's like, I don't know if you've seen this Dodds thing, the stuff that they're finding out, the unbelievable amount of money. What the fuck's that? We fly. Unbelievable amount of money, doors open. an elite. Yeah. You're not gonna fucking let me forget it, are you? I'm sick. Yeah, Americans, like, honest to God, man, it's shameful. It's absolutely shameful, and I think people will go to prison. You know, two people got 21 million pounds, right, to do some mad thing. You know, like the things that were just crazy, crazy things. You know what I mean? That where you're like, what? And you know, so and they were paying pensions and social benefit to people that are 190 and 180 year old, and it wasn't just one or two. They've got the figures. I'll maybe bring it to you. It'll be the day maybe if Tommy became PM one day. I missed that, man. I'm laughing. I don't really know. I don't know if you're talking about CD or what. But no, yeah, America is like a popcorn moment right now, you know. It is like America. Oh, I'm gonna do one tomorrow because Dan's coming. I'm gonna do one tomorrow for you. Oh, I've got some crackers lined up for you tomorrow. Honestly, like I'm not. I don't want to say it. You know what I mean? Because they're just like, whoa. You know what I mean? Trump's not messing about, guys. He really isn't messing about. And I think the 20 viewers on here should be at least get a few lines of one. That will be right. That will be right. No way, man. No. I can't remember. It's a long time ago. It's a long, long time ago, guys. Honestly, one day, I promise you, I'll set the karaoke up one day. Oh, no way, man. No. Stop that now. Come on, guys. This is political. This is serious. You know what I mean? You know, let's talk about America. What's Trump up to? Sorry. Oh, man. Dear me. So I can't. See, you're going to put me right off now. Can't believe I'm going red. No. But it's okay, baby. Sorry. Yeah, so come on, guys. Balls like a bike. You never forgot. You never forget. No, I've seriously, like, honestly, I have forgot. No comment, LOL. John. Yeah, we will keep you to that promise. Yeah, no, definitely. I promise you, as soon as I get the phone, I'm going to message him straight away. I'm going to message my mate straight away and say, have you got a copy of that? How can I get it? You know what I mean? I'm sure he's up where you are, John. I think, you know what I mean? We're in about Glasgow, outskirts of Glasgow, you know what I mean? And then I've got another guy, he's got one up in Aberdeen, you know what I mean? But I haven't heard from him in ages, you know what I mean? He's had problems with his wife and stuff, I think his wife as well. Yeah, so, yeah, definitely we'll reach out to the boys and find it and get it, you know what I mean? And I've also got it on a laptop, so there's like, it's not like I don't have it. I'm sure you are, mate. I'm sure you are. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Yeah, I've got it on a laptop, so I have. So, you know, it's just getting a laptop. I need, once I get the things together, get all the house sorted, and then I can concentrate and all that, because I'm going to be digging through stuff. And I need to get a universal charger because I've got like 3 laptops there now that, you know, they need chargers, or I think the batteries are dead. Be like tracking down the Beatles. Yeah, lucky he'll bring it out. Lucky he'll make a fortune. So she will. Fucking hell, singing from the dead, you know what I mean? Little laptop. Cheers. Thank you for that. I like people that catch me out on my words. No, I am terrible with words, and it is a laugh. I really do. And a lot of you do, like people I talk to, and my mother and all, and other people, like, say, don't worry about it, because I did worry about it at the start. I used to hate it, you know, saying things wrong, getting things mixed up, and they were like, don't stop worrying about that. It doesn't make a difference. It's just mistakes, you know what I mean? Now you're talking, you make it up any excuse. Yeah, I've been told that, like, I've an excuse for everything, you know. That has stuck with me for a long time, like that one. But no, like, it was good times. I enjoyed it, you know what I mean? It was I don't know, a killed time. I was in my open, you know what I mean? I was getting home leaves. wasn't getting homely straight away. I had a lot of problems, so I did when it came to trying to get out because I wasn't meant to be staying in Scotland. You know what I mean? You got to understand that. Like I was meant to be going back to Belfast, and then I met my wife Sammy. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden I was fighting to get to Belfast for like I think it was over a year in remand and then a year, and as soon as I went to get married, they were throwing boat tickets and plane tickets at me, saying, "We'll get you over tomorrow." I was like, "No, I'm good." I'd kicked the slippers off, man, and made myself cozy, you know what I mean? And they were hating it. So then when it came to getting out, the guy stuck me in. His loved ones, his family, believed that I was staying in Scotland to get revenge, and they weren't happy that a Belfast man was arrested in Belfast and was now going to live in Scotland. You know what I mean? They thought they were just going to put me away and then I was just going to go away. That's what I think, you know what I mean? And they weren't happy when I wasn't going away. And so that caused me some problems trying to get out and all that, and how to give reassurances and stuff like that. And had to get my lawyers involved as well, to be honest with you. But eventually I was entitled. I knew what I was entitled to. I stayed out of trouble for 6 months. I hadn't failed any drug tests, so I knew that there was no way they could stop me. I knew I ticked all the boxes, you know what I mean? I'd done a degree, you know what I mean? I'd changed where my offending behaviour was, which was Belfast, and I was now moving to Scotland, living in Scotland, and I'd got married, you know what I mean? So there was big changes in my life. It's what the parole board looked for. So I knew all this. So I knew getting me open, it was a given. I knew that once you get the year open, even though people won't admit this, it is a given that you're going to get parole, because you can only stay in and open for a maximum of 2 years. A lot of people don't know that, you know what I mean? So after 2 years, they either have to send you back to closed, or they got to let you out, and nobody gets set back to closed unless you do something wrong, guys, you know what I mean? So yous are funny, like, yous are funny. I'm just going to ignore your comments, like, I really am. I'm joking, fuckers, man. But they fucking they weren't going to let me out, and then I ended up getting home leave. You know what I mean? So it was a good wee kicker in between home leaves. I was out in 3 weeks, out a week, in 3 weeks, out a week. You know what I mean? And that was for a year and a half at the end of my sentence. And so them 3 weeks were hard work, very hard work. You know what I mean? But I was able to use the week I was out to build, getting everything ready for me getting out, and making sure I seen who I needed to see, to make sure nobody shot me in case they believed I was working for Special Branch, you know what I mean? I had to get all that sorted out, you know what I mean? Because I was like, Scotland's no different than Belfast, guys, you know what I mean? There's as many loyalists and Republicans over here as is over there. I think sometimes they're worse over here because they've got something to prove, you know what I mean? That's what I think, my opinion, you know what I mean? So I had to make sure I didn't oh, what is she looking for? I don't know what she's looking for. I'll find it tomorrow. I can't see any messages. But so anyway, I got my home leave, and that's what the wee band thing was, just to make sure I got parole as well, you know what I mean? Yeah, at the end of the day, guys, it was a mission for me. When I got 18 year, and then I got it down to 15 year after about 2.5 to 3 years. So for 3 years, I was doing 18 year. It was a long time for fucking robbing a bank. You know what I mean? Nobody had ever got that before. You know what I mean? And that kind of robbery back home was 8 year max. You know what I mean? Fuck's sake. And they threw another 10 boulders on it over here. So it was like, I was on a mission, when I got 15 year, that's when I really started thinking about, hold on a wee minute, I could maybe get out early here. The other guys were saying, yeah, you do this amount of time, if you do this, you can go there. So I started looking into it, started asking the right questions to the right people, and found out, right, 15 year, you can do 7.5 year out of 15 year if you get parole. You know what I mean? So that was my goal. From then on in, I was aiming for that, and then I knew that you can get the year open 2 year before you get your parole. So that's home leaves. So I'm looking at that thinking I'm going to be back in the street within 5.5, 6 year. So I'm thinking from 18 year, then going from that to looking at getting out on the street in 6.5 year, I was on a mission. So I done everything. I ticked every box, you know what I mean? Done all the courses, hit the gym hard, looked after myself, like I say, got married, done a degree, you know, yeah, and it worked. And this is what I mean. And it's manifestation, guys. Basically, it's what you want, you get. You just got to walk towards it and do all the wee things. If you do everything that you can to get that goal, you will get it. You will get it, you know. You can put that in anything. You can take that to the bank, guys. I'm telling you, you know. And the biggest problem people have is you just don't set your fucking goals high enough. You know what I mean? You set silly wee goals, and then you get it before you know it, and you know you get loads of chances. Thanks, Robert. Yeah, it's good to see me. It's good to laugh, guys. It really is. I'm even broken this sweat. I don't know, you know. Oh, the phone. Oh, the phone. Thank you, John. Thank you. She's going to find the CD. She probably has done with the CD. Fucking hell, man. Oh, man. Don't. Everybody earlier talking about mental health got me up and out the garden feeding that it was lovely, but in the sun gardens a bloody mess. Still must get it more often. Yeah, John, it's just like, you know, and you don't need to do it tomorrow. Have a wee break tomorrow. Don't rush into anything. Take your time at it. If sometimes when you find something that you really enjoy, the worst thing you can do is overdo it. You know, take your time. Use it as a routine. So start off maybe every other day. You know, but if you can't fit it in every day, if you know you can do that, fit it in every day. But then don't do too much. Do a wee hour, 2 hours. Do one in the morning, one in the afternoon. But stick to it. So, you know, you've always got something planned. You've always got something going on. Take an hour, get a good book, and just chill out. Get a wee lamp, get yourself cozy. Have a wee couple of biscuits, cup of tea, whatever. Little tiny small things that don't cost the world. And then just sit and read a wee book for an hour and try and get a book that's really going to interest you, you know, and then maybe take yourself onto YouTube for a couple of hours and have that particular time of the day for a couple of hours. Then you got something to eat, and, you know what I mean, and really turn everything off and concentrate on getting something to eat, and, you know what I mean, maybe fucking, I don't know. You can always find stuff, and you can start looking into news sites instead of YouTube. You know, there's some really good sites out there that bring news, and you get ones that bring right-wing news and left-wing news and all different opinions and angles, and it's really, really intriguing. I'll try and dig into it and find out what it is. If anybody knows what news I'm talking about, it's online. I think you might have to pay a wee bit for it, but it's not that much, and it's really beneficial, you know. And like I say, guys, it is all about, at the start, this is only at the start, getting yourself out of whatever rut you're in. This is just to get you eventually you don't need to worry about routines, because you'll be flying. You know, you'll be adding something different and mixing it up and changing it and doing something out of the routine, because that'll be even better and even good. As you know, I mean, there's all sorts comes from it. You know what I mean? There's, depending on what you put in your day, there's so much can come from each thing. Every single thing that you add to your routine, there's something that will come from that, you know. So always be aware of that. And it's not always good now, so always be aware of that. But it's not hard, guys. It's easy enough, you know, to navigate, you know what I mean? You know what you're doing, you know, you're in control, you're planning your day. You know, the wee brother isn't fucking running riot. You know, you've got your wee brother in line, and your wee brother will settle down and enjoy it. Please believe me, that's what I'm telling you. It's like, that's the way it works. He gets behind you instead of in front of you, leading the way and causing all the chaos that happens in my life, you know. And, you know, I'm great at preaching. I'm not great at practicing, but I think that goes with a lot of people that help people. You know what I mean? It's because I know the damage, what happens, and I know, you know, it's difficult fixing yourself. It really is, guys. You know, I don't know what it is. It's just like, because I know these things and stuff like that as well, it's difficult, because sometimes I put myself down because I should know better. And, you know, and then I think I'm all right, and then something happens, and the wee brother just takes over, you know, certain things, you know what I mean, like bullying and, you know, certain things that there's nothing I can do, you know what I mean. And I do have times when I have, like one time I went to go out the door and fucking bad things were going to happen, you know what I mean. And I managed to stop myself at the door, because I knew once I went over that door, I knew there was no coming back. And that's because here I am. I commit myself, you know, once there's no going back. I know that once I commit myself, I won't let myself down, you know what I mean. And that was something that I used that worked and is really, really good, and something I'll remember. So things like that I am working on, I am getting good at, and also with the psychiatrist, she's helped me out as well. You know what I mean? But Yeah, all good, guys. All good. The boss in. She better not be around here with a CD. Oh, man, the camera's there. You can go in that way. You make the coffee. Yeah. Is it the CD you were talking about or the phone? She's a gag. Become hermit because of all the things in my door. Shut that. Let me see that. 2 seconds, guys. Aye. Make sure you find that, Katie. Give us a good laugh. James says. John. Become hermit because my addictions is out my door. Yeah. But you're doing the right thing by starting. Being a hermit isn't a bad thing. It isn't the end of the world, guys. You know what I mean? Because if you've got a problem, if you've got risks and triggers, where you normally go outside, then obviously you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I had to lock myself away, and I'm not saying sometimes we do need to stay in, but you'll know that. You'll know when you're ready to take the steps that I'm talking about to get you out. You know what I mean? And like, just because you're not at that ready stage, don't knock yourself or anything like that. And John, like I say, you're in the right direction. You know exactly what you want, and you're doing exactly what you need to do. So, I'm just looking forward to you getting there. And you're not far away now, bro. And that's when you'll see a big change, and things will change, and the good snowball happens. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, like, it's just that's your snowball. That, John, that's your snowball. Once you get where I know you need to be, that's your snowball, and that's when it starts getting better and bigger and all the rest of it. Tried starting a association club in my neighbourhood. Wasn't really nice. No one turned up. Think I'm on to something. John Giles tried starting a hermits association club in my neighbourhood. It was really nice. No one turned up. No one turned up. Think I'm on to something. Oh, no way, man. We all gotta do whatever it takes, John. Yeah. Things will change. Tiny steps. Yes. Tiny steps. It is all we cliches like that, guys. It is. It really is. And the goal is to try and just keep helping people. You know what I mean? Try and just, like, even anybody. Doesn't matter who it is, and it doesn't matter how much you help them. You don't need to help drug addicts. You don't need to help alcoholics. You don't need to help, like, people with serious mental health issues. You know what I mean? Small wee things. You know what I mean? Just saying hello to somebody, complimenting somebody. You know what I mean? Just say you're looking well. Obviously, if they're looking like a stick and you see they've lost a lot of weight, don't say that. If they put loads of weight on, don't say that neither. You know what I mean? But if you notice there's a way of complimenting, just get it out there. Don't be shy. And at the end of the day, it's just that's what we're missing nowadays, I think. I got to use it, Eddie. I got don't play tunes, scan YouTube, Learning Man, all cool, Eddie. Yep, YouTube's amazing. YouTube is, like, as I keep saying, that knowledge is power, guys. And we live in a time there's a knowledge explosion. Please believe me. What we're going through in the last 10, 15, maybe even 20 years is a knowledge explosion. There's so much knowledge out there, and you can get so powerful. You can pick subjects, you can study subjects, you can be an expert on a subject, You see it, we've got Tommy Robinson experts popping up all over the place, and they're doing really, really well, and that's not a dig or anything like that. I'm trying to use an example that we all understand. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, but this is what I'm saying. It's something that maybe somebody was, maybe even Paul, was maybe just going maybe a wee bit down or something with everything that was happening to him, things that's happened to him in the past. And then he met Tommy, and because as you know, you meet Tommy, you're a Tommy Robinson follower. And that's all Paul was a Tommy Robinson follower. And at the same time, he had a platform. And, it was inevitable. And I'm not going to do it again, that word. Every you can pick anything or whatever works for you. You know what I mean? You could do a YouTube channel about it. If you're in the cars, You just can't. Don't be doing YouTube channels on grows and stuff like that, guys. Right? That's we're not in America. I know you might see people doing stuff like that on YouTube, but they're Americans. They're allowed to do stuff like that. Yeah, I just have visions of one of you starting a YouTube channel up with the grow in the loft explaining everything. I'm like, no, I'm not going to mention any names. You know what I mean? Got play tunes on YouTube learning. Yep. Eddie Cool. Yes, a little compliment. It's nice to greet and receive greetings. Yeah, definitely. Alert. Alert, Freedom Dad and the three amigos are going live at 8:45. What time is it now, guys? What time is it, babes? 8:45. Well, I'll be wrapping up at that 8:45, guys. What I'll do is, let me see. I'll wrap up in 10 minutes, and that gives you 10 minutes, because there's no point just jumping from one to another. Fucking have 5 minutes off, 10 minutes off, guys. You know what I mean? 8:30. Cheers, Eddie. Yeah, we'll give it another 10 minutes. We'll start wrapping it down, guys. You know what I mean? Katie, can you please make me a brew? I've just finished my bacon and spuds. Oh, don't. She's all hanging on because she's got her bike back. You know what I mean? Fuck's sake, you know what I mean? Don Curly Whirly there, you know? Sake. I thought I was a man. You know what I mean?
I just need to put 2 wires together.
She just needs to put 2 wires together, and she'll be back on the bike. She says. Yeah, but no, thanks for coming on, guys. Hope you like that. I feel that the 3 boys in these songs I'm talking about. It shows the bike. Show us the bike tomorrow. Yeah, it's just a wee Honda. Like, sure, she's got a. Have you got a? Let me see your. Bring a photograph of the way you find it, and I'll show them it. I'll show you it now. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, James. You know what I mean? I'll show you the bike and then we'll roll. I'm going to jump on as well. Well, I need to spend some time, Katie, and that. We're going to go to the shop, stuff like that. A couple of errands to do. And then go on. Pub, I don't know if the pub will be busy. So, bit damaged, wires hanging from it and stuff like that. But nothing, it's material. Nothing that can't be fixed, guys, you know what I mean? And I've got good friends that are in the bikes, and, you know, it's all good. It's all good. And they're dime a dozen, these wee bikes. Everybody's jumping about on them. They're all doing the deliveries and all that, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's not too bad at all. You know what I mean? A couple of panels need fixed. Front headlight, but it's gone where they've went in to get the wires. But they know it. Rhonda, she is a lovely bike. So she's all chuffed. So it's all good news, guys. You know what I mean? It is all good. Everything's working out. And yeah, you know, it's a good example of working class in it. You know what I mean? Fucking bike goes missing. You know what I mean? Doing these, you know, yeah, you know, crime's no crime. Or you know, fucking mind that time I was doing the video when I was out with the dogs, and it was somebody, I never even realised I'd done this. It was somebody else that said to me, and I'm walking along talking about how lovely the place is, and then I was a burnt out car. I was like, and somebody was saying, I was like, I didn't even realise that 2 seconds before that I've been saying how good the place was, and it would be, if you ever wanted to come and stay, this would be a place you'd want to come and stay, you know what I mean? And then, again, 2 minutes later, there's a burnt out car. So it'll be Ed, Paul, Danny, and I don't know if Richard will be on. Yeah, it should be Richard. Oh, thank you. But listen, guys, away you go. Get yourself settled. Gives you fucking 10 minutes. It's 5 minutes, you know what I mean? So listen, away you go. Thanks so much for coming on. Had a brilliant time. And I'll bring a wee video tomorrow morning, and you're just going to lay down some comments during the day. I might do another. I'm going to have to do a video tomorrow, American. I'm going to do an American video for you tomorrow. I'll bring that, get a wee laugh before Dan comes on, and I'll do my wee video in the morning and say good morning to you and try and get it out as quick as I can. I definitely won't put it through a CapCut. I'll definitely put it straight out. Right. See you all later, guys. Have a good night, and message, comment each other on polls, but you know what I mean, say hello to each other. I'll pop on, see yous, right? All my love, guys. God bless.